Okay. Speaker number one, Air Cadet Program, Forging Future Aviation Leaders.
Orateur numéro 1, programme des cadets de l'air, former les chefs de file futurs de l'aviation.
I never really thought I was going to become a pilot. I was young and ambitious, but becoming a pilot was never really on my mind until I joined Air Cadets. Now, I was the only member of my family to ever become a cadet. So, almost by chance, I happened to stumble upon my two greatest passions, flying and teaching. Hello, my name is Warrant Officer First Class MathewKetch, and today I'll be talking about the importance of having passionate teachers in aviation and the importance of investing in the Air Cadet program to create more pilots to solve Canada's pilot shortage. The importance of having a passionate teacher cannot be overlooked. Whether it be an elementary gym teacher, a high school chemistry teacher, or an aviation teacher, having somebody who cares and deeply loves what they're teaching to express enthusiasm and positivity can make a massive impact on students. According to the National Library of Medicine, students develop passion by observing the actions of their teachers in their classroom. And a teacher's passion can be transformed to a student via emotional connections. The Air Cadet program must continue to develop and find senior cadets and instructors who have this passion for aviation, so they can then pass their love along to young Air Cadets. And as a teacher's passion sets a spark with continued classes, activities, and events, I believe Air Cadets can continue to thrive as a program that creates pilots and passionate leaders who can share their love of aviation with young cadets. This is all vital for aviation to grow. We need leaders who understand the profundity of flying, because truly it is incredible to be able to fly. When I myself first learned to fly last summer to get my glider's license, during my first solo, as my wheels began to lift off, the ground started falling back behind me, and suddenly I was alive. I sang, I screamed in joy as I took off, because now there was nothing between me and the sky. Aviation is so magical to me and has become extremely important to everything. We rely on it for transportation, military use, and to provide a life-changing opportunity for an explorer to break through the clouds. And that is why I am a pilot. I am that explorer. The thrill of being alone, suspended off the ground and facing the sky, it's so exhilarating. However, the passion and thrill I have for flying were only realized once I had a passionate teacher who taught me aviation once I joined Air Cadets. And that is why I'm so fond of teaching, because I realized the importance of sharing my passion to bring out the explorer in all the young Air Cadets. Furthermore, creating future leaders in aviation is vital to Canada and the RCAF, because there is a problem in the industry. There aren't enough pilots in Canada. Now, according to Air Canada, this can be attributed to retirement, pilots being laid off, and also staggered wages, but also a lack of students who are willing to take the next step to realize their dream. Now, John Gredick, a lecturer in aviation management at McGill University, stated there are not enough people starting from the ground up to get interested in flying. Gredick went also to say that a person can expect to pay as much as $100,000 to train as a pilot. And outside of cadets, there is little financial aid available to students, which he believes must change. This clear lack of pilots in the industry is so pronounced that the number of commercial pilot licenses handed out in Canada has fallen by more than 80% since 2019. Now, flying took a massive hit from COVID in 2020, and we haven't recovered to the place we need to be. A report from the Canadian Council for Aviation and Aerospace found that based on demand, the industry will need as many as 7,000 more pilots by next year, 2025. And at the current pace of the industry, that may seem very unlikely. But in the future, it is not impossible with future change, reform, and passion. Canada has plenty of explorers and people interested in aviation among our youth. From studies based in Canadian schools from grade K to 12, becoming a pilot is still one of the most indicated dream jobs, which is great for the aviation industry and the RCAF, as youth are the bright future for aviation in these rough times. Me personally, I've been teaching aviation for years to all ages of cadets, and with proper passion and care for the subject, I have found aviation or Air Cadets can continue to be a birthplace for pilots where they first discovered their love for flying, just like I did. Now, single-handedly fixing the pilot shortage is a tough task and kind of a large can of worms, but Air Cadets already does a lot to support cadets through the Glider and Power Scholarship program. However, proper changes and investing further in aviation through Air Cadets can still go a long way. So, what can we do as individuals? For cadets, parents, and officers in teaching positions, before each class, realize the impacts and the ability that your teaching will have on each one of your cadets. Who knows? Maybe you'll change these cadets' lives forever with your energy and passion. For young cadets interested or unsure about becoming a pilot, realize there is a future for you in the sky and you could be needed. And Air Cadets can help you reach that goal. We can all be a part of some very important times in the aviation industry. So I encourage you all to be passionate about teaching to create future leaders in aviation. Thank you.
Thank you, speaker number 1. Speaker 2, please get ready.
Merci, orateur numéro 1. Orateur numéro 2, s'il vous plaît, vous préparez.